So we get to go underneath Little Railroad Bridge. That's kind of neat. And there's a little stream nearby. We started our little hike. We're going out to like 3-something miles out and then coming back. But right now we're crossing underneath this nice little railroad bridge. It's pretty. But we're in the Lodi Marsh segment. I won't be able to finish all of it today, but I'll at least get most of it done. So, because the downside to not through hiking is that you have to go out and back to your car unless you have a shuttle, and there's no way I was going to get a shuttle or anything, because if I'm going to do shuttles, I want to do like a multiple day trip, like a weekend trip or something. But anyways, I'm rambling. Alright, I'm going to flip this around so you can see this bridge. So yeah, that's cool. So to help me navigate, I am using the Far Out app. The Far Out app also has the Ice Age Trail on it. Has a bunch of trails on it, long distance trails. So, and then if I was using like a state park, or if I was in a local county park or something, then I would probably switch to all trails as my navigation. But anyways, so this section is partially wooded, and then I think at one point it goes near a marsh, but I can't remember. I went out here once with the hiker babes on a hike, but that was a little while ago, and I can't remember exactly what we hiked because I think I was too busy talking and just being in the group. But yeah, let's get going. The trail is marked with yellow markers on trees and posts and stuff. Now I'm starting to get into the woods, but I wanted to show you the actual trail marker for the Ice Age Trail. It's got a little mammoth on it. That's kind of neat, isn't it? These are interesting. At first I thought they were giant berries, but now they're like just clumps of berries that aren't edible to my knowledge. One cool thing about Wisconsin is around the Ice Age we were covered in a glacier, but we were also at the leading edge of that glacier. And so as a result, our state has a lot of geological features that some of the places really don't have. So this would be like kelp moraines and drumlins, and like a lot of our lakes, they were carved out from the glacier as it melted. And yeah, there's places along the trail called coal caches where you can learn more about that. And the Ice Age Trail website has more information about that. Most people, when they thru hike it, they go, I think, from east to west. So they go from the Door County area all the way towards Minnesota. And you get a certificate if you've hiked 1,000 miles. There's also a lot of local chapters. You know, like Dane County, Sheboygan County, I think. I can't remember them all. There's a huge list. But you can section hike your little area, anywhere from 50 to 100 miles. And then you can get your own little hiker patch for completing that little section of the trail. So that's kind of neat. A little out of shape. But yeah, Wisconsin doesn't have, you know, the big mountains and all the craziness of like California and Colorado and even the eastern states like New York and whatnot. So we make do with what we got. And that's a bunch of forest, some hills, and a bunch of geological features that is really unique to this area. And as a result, they made a 1,200 mile trail, which is amazing. We also have a second National Scenic Trail that goes through Wisconsin. It's in the upper part. It's the North Country Trail goes through about, I think, 300 miles. I haven't been on that one yet. But yeah, so that's a little bit about this trail. It starts somewhere in Door County. Can't remember the starting point. And then it goes like kind of down and then up back again all the way towards Minnesota. Oh my goodness. So I was walking along and I see puffball mushrooms. So we got this little one here. But then you look over here and look at this giant one. It is so big. It is like almost the size of a basketball. Isn't that neat? So this post has actually the map of the trail. So it starts up here in Door County and then goes down. And then there's a huge, well, there's a bigger city and like a bunch of lakes here. So you can go either way and then goes up and over towards Minnesota. Isn't that cool? One thing I forgot to mention is we also have quite a few kind of prairie areas. They're actually, once upon a time, were called like oak savannas because you see oak trees like dotted throughout them. But this is where we see a lot of our wildflowers. It is early October, so there's some, but not a lot. Just a lot of the daisy kinds are hanging around. So yeah, the trails is just a mixture of like woodlands and prairie areas like this, and then places where they're still trying to get the trail built. So there's like connector roads in between those sections. But yeah, it's really cool. So this is called Dave's View. It's got a teeny bit of a view of farmland over there and some hills. So that's kind of neat. Of course, we have trail logs along the way. This is near a dispersed camping site. But yeah, there's mine. Neat. It's a mailbox. Found some more mushrooms, but I think the undersides are neat on the bigger ones. So we might have two different types of mushrooms here. There's this kind, and then there's this one. It's like over here, you have that going on. Or maybe they're both the same mushroom because that one's connected. It's kind of neat. I made it to the other parking lot area. So now we get to turn around and go back to where my car is parked. And so we're halfway done. We got 3 more miles. But yeah, doing the Mammoth Challenge. That's what the patch is gonna look like if you finish it. And then this different trail building stuff. The only one that's left for this year is Cross Plains. They're going to build completely brand new 3 miles into a forest area so that they can get off of a connector road. And then I'm here, and then we're going all the way back up here. And then over here we have some box elder bugs trying to run away. Just spotted something rare. Look at this centipede. They're also logging in this forest over here. And the reason why that centipede was kind of a rare find is because usually in Wisconsin, if I do see a centipede, they're like the really fuzzy looking kind. You know, with the like really spindly legs and whatnot. So I haven't seen that kind of centipede since like that type, where it's like got the slick body and the legs on the outside. Since like the Georgia had ones kind of like that. All right, heading back to the car. So I almost walked past these ones. Aren't these cool? Look at how they like grow up from the tree. But like, look at this one. It's so big. So neat. I also always like looking at under the underside.